flow. I want you guys to experience a bit of flow. Close your eyes, and I want everyone to close their eyes, please. Take a deep breath, breathe in, and breathe out. Have you ever focused on something so deeply that you love? Something so meaningful that time seemed to vanish, that time seemed to have no value. It's you and that moment. Maybe you experienced it while playing a sport, studying, cooking. Remember that feeling of total presence, joy, and effortlessness. That, ladies and gentlemen, is called flow. You may open your eyes. I'm Noah Haider, and I'm from South Africa, and I'm a student from RDF International. Today, I'm thrilled to share my talk with you, Flow, the Hidden Superpower. Before I go any further on, I would like you to take part of a short reflection I have prepared for you. You know, when you were closing your eyes, what was the activity you were thinking of? How did it make you feel? And when last did you do that activity? You may take a few moments to have a thought about it, write about it, so later on it can remind you. You know, for me, I first discovered flow while I was drawing. I remembered sitting in my room with my sketchbook and my pencil. And then I started to sketch. And when I finally looked up, time has vanished. The world has vanished. And I even skipped lunch and dinner. But that's when I realized flow isn't about perfection, it's about connection. I wasn't thinking whether my art was good or bad. I was just there sketching line after line after line. You know, sometimes we think productivity only happens through pressure, deadlines, goals, or rewards. But flow teaches us something else. That being present and joy is about the process. Let me give you a few examples. Think of a musician, lost in their songs, fingers moving automatically over their instruments. A writer whose thoughts pour out faster than they can type. A dancer whose body seems to move on its own, yet guided by the rhythm. A gamer who's completely immersed into the game, heart racing, but yet calm inside. Flow isn't just for artists or athletes. It's for everyone, and it can happen anywhere. Like when a student connects with a teacher, when a chef creates something new, or a common one, when a student finally understands a math problem they have been struggling for days. It's where your body and your mind are completely in sync. The psychologist Mihaly, who first studied flow, discovered that people are the happiest when they deeply engage. Not too easy to bore us and not too hard to overwhelm us. And certainly not when they're scrolling on their phones on TikTok. It's that sweet spot where you fully stretch but not stressed. It's what athletes call being in the zone. He discovered that flow is one of the highest forms of human happiness because it gives us a sense of purpose. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody has experienced flow before. But as we grow older, we sometimes lose it. We get caught up in expectations, fear of failure, and constant comparison. We stop doing things for joy. We start doing them for validation. And to be honest, we just start living for survival. But what if we start to create again? Not for likes or for grades, but just to be. It's where confidence grows quietly and learning becomes natural. Flow teaches us something else, that success isn't always about being the best. It's about being present. When I draw now, I don't worry about being perfect. I focus on the feeling, the calm, and the silence. And in those moments, I realized I created something magical that I once thought that was impossible. Because once you find your flow, you find yourself. And that's what I want each of you to rediscover. Flow is not about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about realizing that your hidden superpower is already inside of you, waiting to be unlocked. So that is your hidden superpower. And the next time you find yourself feeling deeply focused, whether you're playing a sport, painting, whatever you're doing, it could be anything, it could be something silly. Don't dismiss it, feel it, and notice it. And that is your hidden superpower. You know, as time goes on, we sometimes feel lost, disconnected, feel like we have no purpose. But I want you to remember this experience you had when you were closing your eyes, that feeling you had. It's a reminder of who you are when you are fully living in it. And just maybe, if we all learn to love flow a little more, we wouldn't just become more, we would achieve more. Thank you.